YouTubers. This is another comic book review. I want to review 13 comics I read yesterday and today. I kind of didn't have time to make a video yesterday, so I thought I'd just combine them both for today and throw it up. Also, I'm going to put the ratings, I think, about the ratings of the comics down below in the description. Of course, it's going to be like a 1 to 5 rating type thing. So let's jump right on there. First, Will to Power, issue 1. First off, his name is Titan, the main character, and this is X. And the book kind of gives a background for him. It first starts off showing him as a kid, Titan, and he explains that his dad was proud of him, and then one day he was even more proud of him. And in the panel, when it said that, it showed his dad beat his mother. And then him as a little kid, maybe in 8, 9, he throws his hand up and catches his dad's fist and stops him from beating his mom. So it's kind of Superman-ish without the lovey-dovey Clark Kent in it. But overall, he's in the comic. He's like, I guess, Dark Horse's Batman, and he's taking care of some thugs, and the thugs call a senator to get help to take out him, and the senator gets Titan. So it ends with him throwing a grenade at the senator, and that's the end of the comic. It's okay. Next is Dungeons and Dragons. Now this was this is a funny one. I forgot the character's name, but it's I think a dark elf or something along that line. But it starts out the dark elf is it's the main character, of course, and he has a partner which is a dwarf, and they're both detectives. And he's in this room filled with other a crowd of people, and then he tells them they're all murderers of other cases, but his case, he points at this other guy and he says, "You're the murderer," and this and that. Just read it; it's good. Next is Next Man Lives, Part 3 of 4. I have to get the other issues of this, and also the first series, because in this, I think it's saying the stuff that happened in the first series was kind of like all in everyone's mind, and that it was kind of like a dream. They were hooked up to a machine to make them think that's what happened. So it was good though. Next is Aliens Mondo Heat, one shot. Basically, Mondo, he gets hired by this guy that's it has a factory built onto a volcano, and his daughter here goes missing, and he hires him to find his daughter and her friend. It's pretty good comic. Give it a read if you like aliens or just like quick shot action comics. Ghost. This issue was It was basically this guy captures her and is inside her head, making her think that at one time they're superheroes and she's his partner, and another time that he's her husband, and another time he's a photographer and she's a model. And also guest stars Bob Wire in this one. It's good. Well, I wouldn't say it's alright. I'm hoping that it gets better. Next is Hit Girl issue 1. If you ever seen Kick-Ass 2, the movie, I think this is where the movie picks up from this. Hit Girl issue 1. It's a good comic. Next is Ultra issue, I believe, 4. Yeah. It's not as good as 3 because of the humor that was in 3, but it picks up from what happened at the end of 3. And the whole comic is basically her waiting for this guy to call her back. and her friends come over. She pisses off one of her friends, and that's basically the whole comic. It's not as good as the third one, but it's good. Next is issue number 5. Now this is just as good as the third one without the humor. What happens? I don't want to spoil anything, but what happens at the end of the third issue and at the beginning of the fourth issue has a big effect on Ultra in this one. And the ending of this, it's, I wouldn't say it's as big as the beginning of this, but it's good comic. Give it a read. Colder, the Bad Seed. I love the art in this. It's really good. It's probably the one comic that has the best art out of all the comics I read so far. But it's a horror comic, so if you're really into horror comics, you gotta get this, and you gotta get the rest of them. I think there's only 5 issues. I want to get the rest of them. It's basically about this woman, and she has a boyfriend. She wants her boyfriend to come to her workplace, which she works at a psychiatric place, and he has powers. And when she brings him to her workplace, her employees ask her how do they meet, and she goes, "Oh, I met him at my last job. He was in a coma, and then just one day he woke up, and he came to live with her, and basically they became boyfriend and girlfriend." And this is the main villain in the thing. Love him. There's this one part where he's just sitting and drinking something, and this man is walking by on his phone. He just stands up, walks behind him, pulls out a knife, and cuts his fingers off. And he just starts cutting everybody's fingers off around him and collecting them and putting them in a pot. Really good. Check it out. Highly recommend this one. Next is Supreme. Let me try to get these fixed. Supreme issue 1, and it came with a Superman card. But it's just basically about he comes back to Earth and nobody knows who he is, and young blood meets him in space and start asking who he was, and he says Supreme, and they're like, Supreme. It's good. I've read worse and I've read better. Next is a Grendel World War Child. He kind of reminds me of Venom with that mask, but it's good. He kidnaps a boy, and basically the whole comic is him trying to get to point A to point B, and there's people trying to stop him in the middle. It's good. It's not the best thing I read so far, but it's good. It's in the middle. I would love to read more of Grendel. Next is Veil, issue 2. This one actually is better than the first one. The big difference in this one is she actually starts talking in complete sentences and making sense, and also, but it picks up where her and that guy that saved her in the first one goes to a cafe, and he's telling her that if cops come in, they have to leave. And then he asks her, "What is she?" And she goes, "I don't know." And I forgot. She says something to him. And then the cops come in and they arrest him because he's known to the cops. And the one cop takes her out of the cafe because she's like, "Save me!" And he goes, "I save you." And he takes her on the outside, takes her to an alleyway. Get it? Highly recommend. Issue 2, The Veil, or Veil. Next is Spy Boy number 3. How can I start this? This is not my cup of tea. It's drawn like an anime style, and the hero is a spy boy, a boy that doesn't know that he's a spy until he puts on goggles, and then he doesn't remember his other self. and he has a partner whose name is Bombshell. So, last but not least is Willpower issue 8. Uh, in this one, he's fighting these people in the whole comic, trying to find her. I would love to get the issue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 just to catch me up and find out what's going on with this. It's good, and I have issue 9, but she's hiding from him, and she has this guy, which is a telepathic person, and he she tells him he's the only one that can stop him, and he tells her that Titan has super senses. He had no other sound, but she goes, "Will disguise you," and while he's fighting, he really will not, see you or whatever. So he agrees with her, but he double crosses her by making him want to kill her. So it's good. But that's all 13 comics I read. I'm really loving the Dark Horse and Image comics. Really liking Ultra and then Veil and Will to Power. I actually like the title of the comic. It's not the title of the main superhero in the comic, so that's kudos to Dark Horse. But thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about any of these comics if you read them, or what you would rate them if you already read them. And once again, thanks for watching. Take care, and have a good one.